Welcome to the Trinidad Cast. This is episode 63, I believe, if I'm checking correctly, because obviously I check these things before the show starts, right? Obviously. Yes. It is 63, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Because 62 was with Simon last week. I had a good time talking with Simon last week, man. I was reminiscing about the interview, and I was like, that was such a good interview.
Yeah.
That was such a good episode. If you all didn't listen to that episode, go back and listen to it. If you're listening to this one, it's the 28th of April. That's the end of the first quarter, and well, normally after the first quarter in the tech world, there's normally announce first quarter earnings and do like earnings calls and whatnot. I didn't really see anything. Normally I see some news about, oh yes, I did see Apple is Samsung take over Apple again in smartphone shipments in the world, and Apple dropping
the share price.
The shares and in China and how they're moving all the manufacturing to India. But all of that, I guess so numb to them kind of shares and earnings call drama, because literally the iPhone will come out in September and Apple will just be killing it. Samsung will bring out the S whatever in January, and then they will kill that quarter, and then the next quarter could be a lull quarter, and then the shares will go up because of the things that they say that the iPhone gonna have. And I just be like, I hate that shares thing. Capitalism, boy. I don't know.
No, but you hate it, but I like I like it.
Well, you have shares. Yeah. You invested.
I invested, but
so
I was now checking in my Apple price down a lot. I mean, the stock markets are now all down because the whole, I think in America, inflation high and interest rates high in terms of, I know there's not really tech, but yeah, inflation high, interest rates high, so so yeah, people can't borrow as much. If you can't borrow as much, you can't really invest, so the market's kind of low right now, but
yeah, I just trying to figure out what's the best price to pay for something in my cart on Amazon right now that I'm watching to buy for a while now, but I ain't too sure if to buy it now. Really and truly, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm really looking at a mixer to put in the studio and some studio monitors, because I wanted that for a while, and I want to create a kind of podcast setup now. Because I have some people that I know who are real interested and they want to record podcasts and things, and I tell them, well, I have a studio and whatnot, and I want to create a sort of experience. That kind of experience where you could
product
sit on the couch and you have the coffee table.
So
and all that,
I mean, to the listeners, there's entrepreneurship 101 here too. The man start a podcast, you see opportunity. It's like, people like it. It's like, can make some money. Well, I know it's probably not your primary thing to make the money, but
Yeah. No, but it's actually people who hear the podcast and they be like, wait, how all your podcasts sound so good? And I was like, what do you mean sounding so good? He's like, well, it's song international quality. Like, you have an intro and you have thing and you have thing. I was like, well, yeah, because we know how to do the thing, because we actually listen to podcasts, so we know what the standard is. And they were like, how long I have this idea and whatnot and thing. I was like, well, I mean, all you have to do is start,
I mean, you don't officially have no ads, but those listening, I think that was an ad,
Yeah. So honestly, I'm thinking about doing some upgrades to the studio, but my biggest problem is the dogs. Because I know some of the listeners, you all know, all you hear the dogs sometimes. So I'm trying to figure out what's the best method of either getting them to stay quiet or soundproofing the whole thing, which means like putting foam in the wall and all them kind of drama. So all of that stuff I'm thinking about. But that all comes back to the Amazon cart, because when you see a piece of technology and you say to yourself, all right, this could be it. And you watch every YouTube video known to man on it.
Yeah.
And all right, this is exactly what I want. But you're watching the price. All right, so we talking about today on the podcast, we have 3 things that we trying to deal with. We're going to go behind the pawn rings with Shivam. Shivam is coming in. You're coming in a few minutes. Yeah, he now come back. Oh, yeah, he now sent my message and say he just reached back. So when Shivam comes in, we'll jump into that story. The next story is Tobago internet went down because of one fiber optic cable this week. And boy, that's tough. That's real tough. I don't know how to feel about that, but I know it had one, but we'll go on the fiber optic, the cable map site, and we'll see how that looks.
Yeah.
And then we have robot wars between Boston Dynamics and Tesla. They have two robots that basically going to go to market very soon. And the Jetsons are coming. Hey, I see Shivam just reached there. That's
Okay.
Let me see if I get him on the inside.
What's up, guys?
Hey! Fast internet from Point Fortin.
No, that's all.
What's up, Mr. That guy? That's a new
That guy, boy.
new handle.
That guy. The man with the insider info. But anyhow, we'll go to our first story. Because we just get Shiva on the inside and we don't want to waste time.
Man, that's hit them hard.
Alright, first story. Behind the PO asterisk N rings with Shivam, because we have to post this on social media and put in all those words together could get you flagged. Shivam, how do you see my everything going? You cool?
I'm good. Preparing for the move. I'm moving up north.
So we heard. So I was telling Hakeem that, and we were taking a little job at the internet, but one day we will not be able to tell you anything about the internet speed, and that day is coming soon, isn't it?
Very soon, yeah. And I'm taking Starlink, actually. I'm going to try Starlink for 6 months.
Okay.
You're going to try Starlink? So you're going to move up north to try Starlink?
Okay. Yeah, I want to try it. Where I'm going in north is the ideal place.
I see. Must be nice. Well, we love to hear about that. But you know what what's that?
No, so I'm sure Shivam will do a full review and give the people all the information.
Because he does give the people what they want to know. Somebody messaged me the other day and tell me, well, I know you and Shivam have real influence in the tech world. You all need to talk about so-and-so company who does do so-and-so and so. I was like, bro, not me, Not me. I will message Shivam and I will tell him about it and I'll see what happens. But I don't want to have to hire a bodyguard. You hire a bodyguard, yeah, Shivam?
No, I haven't got any death threats that people say I'm supposed to get yet. So,
all right.
They can't get in contact with me now. They can't seem to get in contact with you.
But you can get any WhatsApp groups. Alright, so the first article is this: the pawn rings are still active. The Express posted this article, and they say that more than a year since the Express first reported the sinister underbelly of the online sexual predator groups. Express was basically saying, well, yeah, we know about this for a year, and we know that it's there. They posted an article and they said survivors among hundreds who are being extorted, stalked, harassed, and threatened by their unknown assailants on social networking platforms like Telegram, Discord, and WhatsApp told the Express last week that they had waited for years and explored numerous avenues through the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service to seek redress. But however, things not seeming like it going anywhere. Now, we spoke about this story 2 weeks ago. And Shivam he was listed in the newspapers as one of the people who's helping the police or is giving them guidance or giving the media guidance of it, right? We asked a whole set of questions that episode. Me and Hakeem was like, wait now, how does pay? How does do that? How does do this? How does do that? What not? And one goodly day, somebody sent me a 2-minute and 46-second voice note. I don't listen to voice notes 1 and 30 seconds, but that voice note, Shivam was like, all right, he had the answers. So he started to answer all the questions where Hakeem was. Like he answered how did us pay, he tell me how did us get into the groups, how people get how the police in it and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, all right. Podcast this Sunday. There we go. So question 1. Which platform is using most? Because to me, I hear that they're using WhatsApp, but WhatsApp, you could see a number. I thought they was using Telegram more than anything. Like, which platforms?
So it's Telegram more or less, but it has a few WhatsApp groups, and it have a few privatized WhatsApp groups where it have persons that are ID'd, so they know exactly who is who in that WhatsApp group.
When you say privatized WhatsApp, what a privatized WhatsApp group?
A privatized WhatsApp group, you're only getting to join by invitation only. But somebody made a stupid choice to just randomly post it in a Telegram group and delete it a few seconds after. And somebody happened to see it, which was myself. And I just joined and it was like, yeah. Join.
So,
my alias, one of my aliases is joined and it was like, yeah, cool, this guy's legit.
So, okay, hold on. Stop. Dial it back a little bit. So you were on one of the Telegram groups. So you're on many of those Telegram groups and kind of infiltrating stuff and seeing what's going on. But it's totally anonymous, so nobody knows. But like when you see so many things there, are you like, I don't know, horrified or disgusted or
horrified, disgusted? Like is a lot. Is way too much. Like I can't think about like those things for long. It has like a mental strain on me. Because it's not just like women or just normal porn stuff and that type of thing. You're talking about kids. You're talking about this person, that person, and they go into like details about these people too in some of these groups. So it's rather real disgusting. Like I sent screenshots, but I have screenshots of all these things. But it's nasty. It's nasty. But something that they do with these Telegram groups is like it have like common groups so people could just look for it and join. But it have certain access beyond those groups, looking for persons who want to purchase this or purchase that. Then they will message you and ask if you want to join, or you message them. And if you could trade pictures or trade images that never before seen them type of thing, they will let you in. If you want to pay, they'll pay. You could pay them to come in. You could do all these things and more.
So like when we were talking about this a couple of weeks ago, one of the the questions I had, how are they making payments? Because I kind of saw that as a way, because Dowdogan is cash payments. I saw that as a way to potentially, kind of trace it back to somebody. Because if you're making payment online or whatever, unless they're using crypto or something like that, so how are they making those payments?
So if you go on Facebook Marketplace and look for digital SIM cards, you could get used digital SIM cards at like regular prices or even cheaper than that. They are buying burner SIM cards and letting you transfer credit to them. And they're taking that credit and they're selling it on the streets, they're hustling, or they're just using it for their phone plans, etc., etc. Now, in the more privatized groups, they will actually ID who you are, ask for an ID, ask for a selfie, and them sort of things, and they would actually send you banking information. That's the alleged part of it, because I haven't had the chance to message some of these guys to ask them for their info. The two that I messaged has asked me for my ID and a picture of me before we could do anything further. In that sense.
So the ID, and so I have two questions. I have to get back to the digital SIM card hustling because hold on. So you hustling digital credit? That's what you telling me?
Yeah, hustling. They get paid digital credit, yeah.
So okay.
If you go in town, it have people in town that's be on the street selling digital credit and they just get a number and they're selling it.
I am trying to flesh this note.
Free money.
I living in a bubble, boy. Hold on. So like you go around the corner and somebody selling weed or some kind of thing like that. Somebody might be selling around the corner, hey, you are 20 digit, and or you go by your normal your cell phone pusher and you ask him for
that
what you have for me.
That remind me of Shivam, you from Salbad, not sure if you remember this, right? Like on High Street, close to the middle or the bottom of High Street, you used to have these men, and they used to have in the hand, they used to have like fake jewelry, and used to come to you and like, hey, let's say for $100, and it's looking like gold, but it's fake gold, and the China hustle everybody. You remember, you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, he used to be walking around with you. I said, hey, you want to pay a girlfriend? Whatever. But in some of these, you never been to like some of these villages where it have like remote parlors and stuff, and the auntie just have a cell phone and transferring credit to you and anything? Nah. They don't have digital phone cards or anything like that. They just transfer to your phone.
No, but I understand the concept. Yeah. No, never. I really cultured a little different, dog. Like I mean, I know about I know about like, weed pushers and drug pushers and them kind of fellas, but I never see a Digicel pusher, a Digicel credit pusher. Never. But apparently it's a thing, and I'm glad that I know about this now because, well, at least the listeners will know that yes, you could buy Digicel credit on the black is that a black one? Anyway, whatever. Right. So the second one is
I don't know, but yeah.
the reason they want you to send a selfie and your ID is because they want to incriminate you basically. So if you try to give your bank account out, give their bank account information out and trace back to them, they would be able to say, oh yeah, well, you find me, here's all of the people that ever sent me money. And basically wow. But then if you're a policeman and you're doing like a sting operation, you could send the selfie and they could send the ID card and then trace them back, and then they could release everybody whoever made that transaction. But the policeman who's in the sting operation would just be like, well, yeah, that was part of the operation. My ID card and selfie is only there because I was authorized to. That's not like a loophole.
That is the question. Why haven't they done it yet?
Yeah.
That's the big question.
Yeah.
What more you need? The group's there. Do what you do. Do your work. Do your job. You're in cybercrime. You're working X, Y, and Z.
Hold on. Okay, you just tell me this, and in like 2.5 minutes, I figure out how to find out the information. And
remember we were talking about this. I was go and try and infiltrate the group. Tell them you want it. Get a bank account information, and it's real simple. So I mean, as you were saying, Shivam, it probably have people in there that not doing it because of ulterior motives, because they're probably involved.
Yep.
Or
definitely.
Yeah, but no. I'm concerned. I'm very concerned.
When the article hits, right?
Yeah.
When the article hit, a lot of them didn't really care about what was going on. A few of the groups were scrambling and going crazy, but the more privatized ones, they didn't care. Because they know exactly who in the group and who watching out for them and who will link them and who they have, network with. And it's alleged that is what's going on there.
Okay.
The man to worry about.
No. Wait. You know, as have hope for people, right? So what you're telling me is that somebody, maybe you, maybe somebody else, would have sent all this information to the police. For sure. Mm-hmm. Right? They have the Telegram groups, they have the name of the group, they have the ability to access it, they have the ability to go inside and whatnot. But there has been no official action from the TTPS that we know of.
Over a month now. Yeah.
That is like not even dead simple to do. Like it's infantile to just go pose as an anonymous person, ask for some information, and the person say, okay, cool, just send me an ID. The only thing that would be a problem is that if they send you the ID and the selfie, that they might be able to look up a police database to find out who you are. But we have no such thing, right? So it's not that it
if it allegedly have other police officers in the group, they could be like, hey,
but every police officer don't know every other police officer in Trinidad and Tobago.
No.
Yeah, but
a few of the victims, when they make the report, police didn't really care. Told them there's nothing they could do, laugh at them. Yeah, it was real stripping. Still, the girl wanted to cry. She threw away she police report because I said she failed, like, send me a picture of the police report. You have it? She said no. She just threw that away because them didn't care.
Okay, now let me say.
It gets so bad. It got so bad for one particular young lady. She left the country. She gone.
Yeah.
She get death threats. She get all kind of thing. She just gone. She didn't want to talk to nobody, nothing like that. She even wanted to tell me like some of the things. She said when she move and she reach over across state, she'll talk to me if she'll talk to me. She
get death threats because she tried to be a whistleblower, basically.
Yep.
And she went to multiple police and they wasn't taking her on. And she was like, well, I'll go buy this one and I'll go buy that one and I'll go buy that one. And then they was like, yeah, you trying to do too much. Yeah, that's concerning. That's concerning because...
It's not just concerning, it's very serious. And I think... I didn't want to say it, but it probably go deeper than just the police, It probably, I don't know. It's very concerning. More influential
persons are in the more higher ups of it, I assume. There's a lot to talk about that I can't talk about right now because there's a PG show on social media. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
But
can't
okay,
leave the country right now.
Alright, then in terms of money, like let me say we started off with $20 digital phone cards. What things going up to like 200, 500, 2,000, 3,000, what 10,000.
It have like zip folders and evidence in terms of like how you would call it, boy. Like they have a Dropbox with all these things. They're charging like 500. When they're going up to 2,000, 3,000 and stuff, that is if you want to get physical. Like,
Oh
physical.
my good. Stop. Wait. So it's not just it's not just pictures. Yeah, it's not just pictures. It's it's actual
Like
human trafficking.
There's actual evidence of that within these groups. And I'm
So
not
you
gonna
get
say if it's children or if it's adults. I just saying it's human trafficking. It have these things here.
So the group is just like an ad where you could see the things that are available and you pay like a small fee to see the stuff. But then if you want to take it further, you could take it there. You could take it there.
Yeah, there are people in the group. If you're looking for these things, you could contact them and they could set you up with whatever you want.
Yeah,
That's the whole thing about it.
Yeah, there's the kind of
So
things that's
people posting
happening.
weed and gun and looking and stripping us.
It's almost like a dark web. It's almost like a little dark web thing there where you could go and like hire this and hire it.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't be like surprised if it have like hiring hitmen, murderers, or killers and them kind of thing on different types of groups, because if this possible, Telegram will give you the ability to do that. And these are the kind of things that's happening. Like I see this happening in Brazil, Colombia, all them places where Telegram was basically being demonized because Telegram was giving the criminal underworld a chance to do all sorts of stuff. And Telegram will just basically say, yo, we are a messaging platform and we don't know anything that's happening on this, so we can't really say anything about it, because the same Telegram that has this criminal underworld has people exchanging flowers also. So you can't tell us that our platform is bad because it's private. We just have a private platform and people could do whatever they want with it. And that is the concerning part, because, well, Trinidad already a little backward when it comes to understanding technology, as seen by you having to explain some very, very, very straightforward things to people on many different occasions. Because every time I watch your videos and I see you responding to somebody, I'll be like, Shiva, I'm a real time on your hands, boy. This man does respond to these people and create a whole video to respond to one person who's technologically ignorant.
I mean,
yeah.
on one hand, is the next hand, they're getting free content, you know?
Yeah.
But,
Content. Because
yeah,
that's
but,
what people don't want to say that question when they go watch your video.
yeah.
Must be. Well, and I'm glad that it's out there. But I have very little faith right now, honestly, in somebody doing something about it.
So a couple of years ago, it had this.
Yeah.
This whole thing was this is resurfacing now because of me. But before, it had this NGO, the Humanitarian Foundation of Positive and Social Change. They were doing the same thing and exposing it and giving it to the police and stuff, and they were met with a lot of backlash from the police itself. Right, in terms of not wanting to investigate, not giving them feedback, not doing anything at all. So far, so I think it has some court case going on with them, with some legislation or something like that. I'm supposed to go back through this stuff. It's so much. It's a lot of information she sent, but yeah, there's a lot going on right now. So I kind of want to team up with them and bring it back up.
So,
Break up there.
yeah, I mean, like hear good. I mean, I heard stories about police, you know, allegedly being involved in trafficking, and you know, you had to pay the police this amount, and you know, they'll turn a blind eye. I mean, you and me both know it have a lot of these type of places that throughout South Trinidad, Central Trinidad, where you could go and do certain things, and it's be we could probably go now. And I mean, how is that there and certain things illegal in the country? You know, it have ways to get around it. So, I mean, I guess what next? You know, like I guess you as you say, you would look at doing stuff with that other NGO, but like coming for women and girls who are affected by this, I wondering like what next? How
So, all right. So if I were to, like, say I go in a particular school or whatnot, or I go in a girls' school or whatnot, and I try to explain to them, listen, when you share your images with your boyfriend could literally be taking those images and putting them inside of these groups and advertising you as some sort of meat, right? Basically.
Yeah.
And then
A lot of them doing it as revenge when they break up with the girl and that sort of
right.
thing.
And then they could also say, oh yeah, I know where she living. You could go and kidnap her or some kind of thing like that, because that's where I could see it leading, where you think you innocently were sharing your news or whatnot, and eventually you become a target for people who are rapists, essentially.
Yeah, exactly. So
Alright.
it's a lot going on, and I don't think that the government or the police or whoever supposed to take care of this taking it seriously enough. It's not being taken seriously enough. And there are sister groups, by the way, in Jamaica, in Barbados, in Guyana and Jamaica. So I do want to bring it to CARICOM impacts and make it into a regional issue. If they're really not doing anything, I'll make it into a regional issue and we're going to make it regional. Because it's trippiness. It's complete trippiness, and people are not supposed to be living in fear or living in shame or living in this such mental anguish where they have to pay for counseling and pay for this and pay for that because it's really ruining them. They can't have proper relationships just because of one mistake.
All right. I think I hear enough. Thanks for bringing them that insight. But I know there are plenty other things that we could talk about here, but it wouldn't make sense to try to talk about it now because we'll have to edit the podcast profusely after.
There's a lot to talk about. I can't talk about too. So
yeah.
Or you could follow Shivam at Shivam Tilak Singh. Follow him everywhere.
Oh,
yeah.
Let me say numbers.
What?
How much persons was in a WhatsApp group? One of the WhatsApp group, one of the privatized ones, over 250 personal numbers linking back to businesses and etc. as well. So putting that out there.
So what you telling me is that there was a WhatsApp group,
now,
actual numbers of people, so you could literally call their number and they would answer, or it's linked to a business that has a registered person who owns that business, and that information there.
And nothing is being done.
And nothing. Wow. Yep. All right, all you listeners. Yeah, you're welcome. We started your day off bad if you listen to this in the morning. But this is how technology looks on the dark side. And Trinidad, if we go forward in technology, we ought to be able to address these things also, because just implementing technology with a broad brush will also implement technology for malefactors in the society to use also. That hurting, man.
And
right.
As I say, this is not a new thing. I remember things like this even 20 years ago, 15 years ago. But now things, the internet are a bit more prevalent. It's a bit easier now, but it's not new.
Yeah. All right. Cool. You staying for the rest of the show? We have some other stuff to talk about,
Yeah, I might as well stay. The internet working good, I ain't got to talk.
The upload of your audio saying load the spacer, but that's okay. I understand. Yeah, that you probably have plenty of files on your computer. Alright, we're gonna move to the next story. Our next story is about Tobago basically got the internet shut down because their fiber optic cable that links to Toco was broken for a few hours. I think 8 hours, and that caused a lot of problems. So we'll be back with that one after the break. Have you ever tried to order something online using a Visa debit card, but you can't? Is shopping online something you always do already using a Skybox, but sometimes you need advice on knowing what to buy or what will work? I'm Mr. Charles from makeITsimpleTT, and we aim to make technologies that solve problems in a Caribbean context. So we created Order It. What is it, you ask? What is Order It? It's an app and a website that helps you order it in 2 ways. The first way is if you already order things online. You're familiar with using a Skybox, you're familiar with using a credit card, but sometimes you don't always have answers to certain questions, like which laptops will get a warranty in Trinidad, which phones will work on the Digicel network or the mobile network. So our app helps you order it. Every product that we list in the app, we will let you know the truth based on the experience of 20 years of ordering things online and using various skyboxes in Trinidad and Tobago. So here are some of the questions that the app answers for you based on the products that we list. What are the taxes? Why does it cost so much when I actually get it? What is dimensional weight? All these questions and more we answer in the app because we want to help you order it. All you have to do is simply pick from our list of recommended items that we know and trust because we've ordered it already. Follow through the payment process, we'll order it, and we can even have it delivered to you. So why don't you give it a try? Search for Order It by makeITsimpleTT in the App Store or the Google Play Store, or you can even go online to orderit.makeITsimpleTT.com and check and see if we could answer some of your questions and help you in the process of ordering it. Did you know that the internet in Tobago is dependent on one cable? I knew this. And I always tell my students, hey, if that cable break, Tobago will have zero internet. What I didn't know is that every single company in Tobago depends on that fiber optic cable as in Toco, which is crazy. So, chairman of the Tobago
was going through it this week, boy. Anyway, go ahead.
We'll talk about the shark after. We're coming there. The chairman of the Tobago arm of the TT Chamber of Industry and Commerce, Curtis Williams, is calling for measures to be put in place to prevent the reoccurrence of Tuesday's incident in which a telecommunications outage caused the island to be completely cut off. A bushfire in Toco at around 4 p.m. on Tuesday resulted in the fiber optic link between Tobago and Trinidad to be broken for 8 hours. This caused disruption of the island's mobile, telephone, internet, cable, as well as commercial transactions involving debit and credit cards and the withdrawal of cash from ATM bank machines. Also degraded was the island's emergency management service. Now, I'm gonna tell you that I knew that this was a possibility all the time. Simply because there is a website called Submarine Cable Map, right? You should know about it. I guess you know about it, right?
No, I'm selling it.
Yeah. So Submarine Cable Map, right? So I'll go and share the link now. So if we were to zoom in on Trinidad and we just decide, all right, cool, let's go Trinidad and Tobago. Right. There is. Right, so you see this cable here, this TT-1 cable, that is linked to Pigeon Point. That's going from Pigeon Point to Toco. I don't know if you've seen it clearly, but yeah, Pigeon Point to Toco. Yeah. There is another one that is at Rockley Bay. That is Deep Blue 1. Deep Blue 1 is owned by Digicel. And the TT-1 is owned by TSTT, I believe. Well, Cable and Wireless. If I click the link, you'll see it on your right-hand side. If only clicking would work. Click. Yeah, it's owned by TSTT, Cable and Wireless. Yeah, Liberty Connect. Yeah. So the one that is owned by TSTT is the one that went down, and the one that's owned by Digicel, apparently that one's still working. However, it says that services from both B-Mobile and Digicel were impacted, while businesses were unable to accept card payments and point of sales and what's that. And here's what them say. This one was the worst. Nothing worked. We heard about TSTT doing redundancy, but where's the redundancy? Williams asks, adding, the whole of Tobago was held captive. Criminals could have wreaked havoc on the island and nobody does anything to save anybody. More than cry and go in your corner. In January 2023, former CEO of Telecommunications, TSTT, Lisa Agard, announced a major investment and fiber rollout across Tobago. Agard said her company had recently approved the investment of more than $120 million for accelerated deployment of fiber infrastructure. Basically, we're in 2024 and there is one cable connecting Trinidad to Tobago. And if that cable were to get damaged in any way at all, Tobago will have zero communication with the outside world.
Yeah, so I mean,
how?
The first part of it is, that same thing that Lisa Agard would have mentioned last year, January, that over the next 18 months, they would have been working on it, $120 million, kind of account for what was done so far. Let me see where the money went.
Well, okay, it's one thing to do the fiber infrastructure on the island, right? Inside the island and run it, underground or wherever, so that the island gets internet once it reaches there. But you don't think, right? You don't think that making sure that your one pipeline to the internet is like redundant or secure or something like that? I remember like when one of the fiber optic cables to Trinidad broke, the internet was dying, but we still had the internet because it had the other cable that was run through Curacao. I think the one from Curacao broke, but we were using the one that was running up the islands or something like that. But I don't know who has to make the decision, but if you are tourist in Tobago and you come to Tobago and you try to use your credit card and they tell you, we do have internet because our fiber optic cable is down right now to the motherland. I'm not going back to Tobago. What are you going to do? Pay with cash?
And how you getting the cash? Go to ATM?
You can't go to the ATM. Yeah. This is a technological catastrophe to me. Like, by now there should be some way to ensure. Even they have some sort of satellite communication. I don't know. It doesn't have to be a fiber optic cable that runs under the sea, but everybody getting shut down by. And what the digital cable doing? The other cable. I don't know what our cable is doing at this point in time. The other one that's deep blue one that run into Guyana, Suriname, and French Guyana, and Tobago and Trinidad.
Yeah, I mean, we generally are reactive kind of society or whatever, So hopefully this is the thing that will kind of spur people into action and actually look into redundancy, some type of redundancy, rather than, and I mean, I don't know, boys. So this supposed to be something, that is part of your whole disaster recovery and preventative measure. Not just this one particular issue, but a lot of other things, even the topic we was talking about before. Right now we're being reactive in terms of that, and I don't know, maybe something else had happened. It had hit somebody close to home or something, because I personally think a lot of the issues we just face on a day-to-day basis, however does be because we're reactive and we're not being proactive in terms of putting certain measures in place. So sometimes it's real simple fixes or best practice or whatever. But
I don't know. I'm supposed to have a business continuity plan for that, to be honest. And it has a data center there in Tobago, so it's supposed to have like some type of TTIX or something with all these networks, pairing together to have some type of redundancy or something at all. Even if they use Starlink or something. They need to have some type of business continuity, because just because I go on long doesn't mean, everything go on. I have to do internet.
Yeah.
That's insane.
I know it costs him plenty of money to run a fiber optic cable, right? That's for sure. Like, to run a fiber underwater, I think the length of the current one is 48 kilometers. And of course, running them along the same route ain't really make sense. So you had to run it across a different route to make sure that it's not going to be redundant. But Toko is basically the only place that you will be able to put it that will be close enough to Tobago, because you can't run it from Port of Spain because you'll be putting yourself too high of a cost. But even maybe you could get Grenada to connect to Tobago. Nah, that's too much. That's too far still.
They could take one of the Americas 2, or a cross connect from one of the Eastern Caribbean, and then have Southern Caribbean fiber.
Yeah, they could. The Americas 2 running right there. Like, if you watch it.
Yeah,
the Americas 2 right above it. They could make a call and say, guys, Americas 2 connects to Trinidad. Whoever is that is run by AT&T, CanTV, T-Mobile. Yeah, it's one of the Americas. But we got it to Trinidad. It would be wise if you get a connection from the Americas 2, which is connecting to Curacao, St. Lucia, Dominica, Montserrat, British Virgin Islands. So there's some sort of precedent, some sort of CARICOM sort of thingy that's going on there. I think it would be it would be in our best interest to have a second cable other than the digital one that's there, which obviously wasn't able to do it. I don't know if that one active, the one that connected to Rockley Bay, I think. I mean, it's there, but I don't know if it's a part of the network or if Digicel, because it just got put in 2024 April. Well, according to the thing, yeah. So 2024 April is when it was commissioned or whatever it is. So maybe there is a second one, but it's just not active yet. Wherever the case is, Tobago can be dependent on one internet cable in 2024. That's real tough, especially when we want to go forward technologically. The show is kind of dark right now, guys, and I apologize for that. We talking about bad things a lot.
Yeah.
But and what?
That was good. As I was kind of saying before, Tobago going through it this week.
Yeah, because a bull shark, I think they said.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I would be afraid to go to the beach in Tobago.
You know, I never went to the beach in Tobago.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I never been to Tobago.
Serious?
Yeah, I never went to Tobago.
Stop. We're not joking anymore. This is not a joke. You tell me. No.
Nah, Shiva, I'll take it. Last time food on there.
Shiva,
Never been to Tobago. What?
you reach your adult life without going to Tobago. Not even on a business trip, boy. Not even to.
Nothing.
Wow. Okay.
I'm supposed to. Maybe before the end of the year, I'll go.
I think I was Shivam's age when I first went to Tobago.
Take pictures, right? Because
If I think she in like her mid-20s, and
I'm 20. I'm 30. I'm gonna be 31
oh, for real? Okay.
next month. 2 months. Yeah.
Okay.
No. The amount of people listening right now that just bowing their head, saying to themselves, "What?" Okay. All right. Okay. No further questions. None at all. Let me move on to some lighter news, which is you remember Atlas, the robot that could do all the flips and the parkour and all them kind of thing? Yeah, Boston Dynamics is the owner of that robot, right? They retired Atlas 2 weeks ago or a week and a half ago or something like that. When they retired Atlas, everybody was like, "Oh wow, why they do that?" And then the next day they came out with a video, which is going to blow your mind. So the audio listeners, we'll describe the video to you, but we're coming back with this. Atlas versus the Tesla robot. I can't remember the Tesla name, but this humanoid robot thing, I have one question to ask. We'll come back and I'll ask you the question.
In today's digital age, every business needs a strong online presence to reach new customers and stay competitive. But not every business needs a complex website or a full-fledged e-commerce solution. At makeITsimpleTT, we understand that every business has unique needs, and we offer a range of tailored solutions to fit those needs. Over the years, we've helped many businesses. Our services include website design and development. We create a professional and user-friendly website like these that represent your brand and drives results. Invoicing and payment processing. We can streamline your billing process with a user-friendly invoicing system that integrates seamlessly with most payment gateways, and you can receive online payments easily. We also do automated order forms, which allows you to collect orders online and customer information effortlessly and send back automated emails, notifications, and reminders, and then you just have to make the sale at the end. And in some cases, we offer custom software development, where we can create a specialized software system that meets your business's specific needs. But the key to all this is that we make it simple. If it's not easy for you to use, then we failed. So you can contact us today to learn more about how we can help make your business more successful. You can WhatsApp us at 1-868-308-8799, or you can visit makeITsimpleTT.com/business.
So they have these robot wars, right? Which sounds kind of weird, but it's actually a thing. So this YouTube video kind of break it down the best. So I'll play this one for you to see it.
There's a new humanoid robot in town, and it moves like a contortionist RoboCop. Will the new Atlas compete with its fellow humanoid robots like the Tesla bot and Digit from Agility Robotics in doing warehouse work? Boston Dynamics gave some hints. new grippers are in development that could serve a variety of functions, and the new design signals the company's move toward commercialization. For example, TeslaBot is often shown performing various types of labor, with the occasional yoga pose thrown in, whereas Boston Dynamics promotional videos for HD Atlas tended to focus on the robot's capabilities, with the occasional work task thrown in. Tesla says Optimus is made for tasks that are, quote, unsafe, repetitive, or boring, and Boston Dynamics says its Atlas is made for tasks that are, quote, dull, dirty, and dangerous. This rolls into the overarching industry-wide sales pitch that says robots aren't here to take your jobs, they're here to augment people or to do the jobs that most people don't want. How that plays out in reality remains to be seen.
All right, so my question is, they're going to create these humanoid robots, right? Why do they want to make the robots look like humans? That is exactly what everybody is going to be afraid of. Now, if you're going to create a commercialized robot to do particular jobs, then create a commercialized robot on wheels or some kind of thing like that, right? Because I'm 100% sure it's way easier to make the robot roll around and you could still have the arms, but they want to fight down this thing having to walk. And that is my concern. Like, what is the reason for making it look like a human to make humans feel comfortable? I think it will do quite the opposite. Quite the opposite.
I think it's kind of it's to kind of meet certain objectives and meet people's perception of, you're actually making progress. Because in everybody's minds, robots and AI and whatever had to look like humans, from Terminator all the way come back to iRobot and all of those things. So if you just call people seeing robots that's just like a robot arm or on wheels or whatever, but for it to make an impact on people and for it might scare them, but at the same time to really make you believe, or you probably even for them to continue getting funding, you have to make it close to something when people's minds is like, yeah, we're getting closer and closer to that whole Terminator type of robot, because I think apart from that is the kind of perception most people have in their mind when they think about robots, like a humanoid type thing. So it kind of, I think it kind of tied in with that, yeah.
Shivam, you buying this robot if the price comes? Because they say this thing gonna be like about by next year, you could buy a robot for 10,000 US, right? Which is about 70,000. Let's say 100,000 TT. There are people out here with $100,000, right? That could just be like, hey, let me buy. Like it's like me with robot vacuum cleaners. People just be like, will you have real money to buy a robot vacuum cleaner? It's like, no, this thing gives me so much value. I am willing to pay the amount of money the robot vacuum cleaner costs for it, right? So I have a robot in my house. Like somebody will just be like, oh yeah, 100,000. Oh, that's 10% of what I paid for the Tesla that I have that I don't drive. So let me just buy one to see. You buying that? You putting that in your house and just be like, oh, it walks around. It's cool. Yeah. It helps me do things that I need to help it do.
I don't think the value there. I don't think the value there.
Like what kind of value proposition? Yeah, what kind of value proposition that going and
gives them? You send it out to buy doubles, or you send it out to the market, you send it out to do things for you and come back home. Makes more sense. But then again, I have delivery apps that could bring things to your house. So
yeah,
I don't know. I'm okay. If I get one that on wheels, right? Let me say it on wheels, and that thing could zip around my house and with arms, basically rearrange the cushions or put things in the place or vacuum for my. Okay, let me not use vacuum because I'm big on robot vacuum cleaners, right? I believe that everybody should have one in the house, right? Because that save real time sweeping and mopping and thing. But let me say it could zip around the house and put and wash wares or take all, let's say pick up all the cups that people leave all around the place and put them in the sink or put things in the right place. I would buy it because it's going to add some sort of value to my life or whatnot, and it will be able to do things efficiently. But if it had to walk around all the time, that ain't adding no value. That's going to make life hard.
You know what I wanted to do? I don't wear it inside the house. I wear it outside, mow lawn, power wash. I would do them type of things that I really don't like to do. Yeah, if I could do all the yard work and outside and could paint and do all of that, yeah.
It have one more in the lawn. I see one. Yeah, I see one that more in Lord.
That's a sensitive topic.
Oh no, security too. Okay, you know it have.
Nah, security in what sense? Enforcement. If somebody
Like,
come
put
over.
it outside. Put it outside the light to watch out. To walk
No,
around.
yeah,
It's
if somebody come.
Amazon had one that they demo where it have a drone. The drone used to, like, if it sends an intruder, a drone will fly out of the robot and it will follow you and videotape you and send live footage of you while you're inside the house. And you'll be able to see the assailant, and when they try to run away, it will follow them to a certain point and all that kind of drama.
Yeah,
like,
it probably should, like, sound the alarm too, like a loud alarm. Yeah, it should probably.
well, it will sound the alarm and send out
I
notification.
talking about enforcement, like if somebody come, I want the robot tackle them or something. Yeah, because the robot could get shoot. Let the robot try and do something.
I wouldn't doubt it. It would be possible. Maybe it could do like surveillance, but just my major sticking point or my major argument is that having legs makes it very slow. It's not gonna be able to move fast.
Yeah,
in
but
any
wheels
form.
too, in certain settings, could hold you back to her.
Okay,
Having legs kind of more dynamic too.
but right now the legs that they have, them ain't going up no steps. Okay, they probably could go up steps. Okay, yeah, they probably could. Okay, all right, your point making sense. The legs, if they perfect the legs, but the way that they're walking right now, of course, in Gen 1 will be kind of clunky. But yes, okay, the legs will make them be able to navigate through different obstacles. I'll get Spot, I'll get the dog. The yellow dog.
That. I watch enough Black Mirror.
No, it's our one. It's our. You wouldn't believe. Let me find it. Let me find it. What the flamethrower? It's our
flamethrower.
Yes. Flamethrower robot dog. Look, it came up one time. I just typed the word flamethrower and it came up. Watch it.
Nope.
Wait for it.
I don't need to wait as 2 months.
Wait for it. Just now, it didn't start yet. It coming. Hold on.
Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds.
That's enough. Ladies and gentlemen, what we just watched is a robot dog that was able to autonomously walk through a whole set of different terrain and has a flamethrower that is able to shoot napalm at you. And it is legal in 48 states to purchase right now. You can go and purchase this flame-throwing robot dog anytime you want.
Can you tell the dog one aim this flame at a human and I will do it?
With the right programming, yes. I don't think there is a programmed kill switch inside of it to say you are not supposed to shoot at a human. It's just like the right to bear arms, because under the laws of the United States of America, you could own a flamethrower. A robot dog with a flamethrower is just you owning a flamethrower that's on a robot. But there is nothing that's stopping you from, and I really not too sure how it's legal. How is the robot?
Apart from the legality, I would be concerned in terms of in any piece of technology, bugs, defects. Next thing something happen and it flame through your dog or your cat or something. I would like to know how much guarantees or testing or if it had any
Guess the price.
20,000.
$9,420 US.
Not bad.
10,000 US, and you can buy the flamethrowing dog. It features a 1-hour battery, a 30-foot flamethrowing range, and Wi-Fi and Bluetooth connectivity for remote control through a smartphone. It also includes LiDAR for mapping and obstacle avoidance, laser sighting, first-person view navigation through our onboard camera, and it it has a remote control. It has the company lists possible. That's how we did it. Watch this part. The company lists possible applications of the new robot as wildfire control and prevention, okay, agricultural management, ecological conservation, snow and ice removal, and entertainment and SFX.
I want it for security. What about security?
Whoa. Okay, so the part that I wanted to get to is how it is legal, right? Flamethrowers are not specifically regulated in 48 US states. Although general product liability and criminal law may still apply to their use and sale, they are not considered firearms by federal agencies. Specific restrictions exist in Maryland, where flamethrowers require a firearms license, and California, where the range of flamethrowers cannot exceed 10 feet. So if they modify this robot to shoot less than 10 feet, it could be sold in California too. Yeah. And nobody has a law against this in the United States of America.
Yeah, I sure we don't have a law either. It's probably one of those things that is so new, you never really thought about making a law for it.
Having a law against a flamethrower should be that should be a law from a long time, because flamethrowers existed since whenever. Having a law for flamethrowers, that should exist. Apparently, they don't have any. Because what they normally do when it comes to fires in the States is they light other fires to burn out the place in advance, so that when the wildfire reaches, it wouldn't have nothing to burn up. So they have controlled fires. So that's what they're trying to sell this as, like a controlled fire generator or melting ice or whatnot. I am not for this. These robots that mimicking dogs and humans and all them kind of things, like they better have some value proposition to humanity other than being cool. And that's my issue. Like they're not giving you the value propositions. All they just see it as commercialism kind of thing now.
For me, I would get one of the dog ones for security, because I just had to charge it, I don't have to feed it, I don't have to carry it to the vet. All the things with our dog, but if you can still get the security aspect, and if it's your intruder, I'll attack it.
100%, I agree with you, because that is a good value proposition. Yeah. I know that if somebody come by my gate, the dog will send me a notification and turn on the camera, and I'll be able to see the person immediately. If somebody come and they run away or something, so the dog could just kind of get a silhouette or the picture or something like that. That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, not even that. Like if they try to enter, I would the dog to attack them and stop them.
Attack them with what?
If they have a flamethrower.
I don't want to fire being pelted around my house. Just calmly, like, oh yeah, let's just shoot him with fire. Like if you have blow darts, like tranquil. If you have a taser,
something.
I would vote for the legalization of taser dogs, and be like, yeah, you could have a robotic dog with a taser, and anybody come inside your yard without just cause will be tased. That's cool. That should be legal. I don't have any issue with that. But the flamethrower part, America, there's no, because somebody gonna remote control, buy one of them thing, remote control it, and go in somebody's house and burn it up.
Yeah.
And then they will rush for things.
No, might.
Military and using the flamethrower one. Military have a machine gun. I'm shocking it. North Korea had a video with one of the guns with a M16. Not the M16, the one with the chain, the one with the bullets, the chain of bullets. Yeah, a Gatling gun. Yeah, a Gatling gun on a dog already, because it's not really that hard to do. And they just send Spot out on the battlefield and deal with everybody, and Spot dispensable. Same thing with drones. They have the kamikaze drones too. Kamikaze drones have a bomb on them, and the droners just go high up in the sky, get the target, and then just fly straight in and blow up automatically. Like, and then it have the one for boats too. That drones that going straight into submarines, because Ukraine using them thing right now. So those things are going to be used for one. Those same humanoid robots that they're working on right now, war again. Because for the time you hear a military contract signed by Boston Dynamics, tell yourself the army of robots going and come. And you shooting them thing, and all you hear is ping, 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 ping. But when they shoot you hear, yeah. That, I a little concerned about the robotics front.
Yeah.
Because the robotics front is going to become commercialized, and when things become commercialized, human beings become stupid.
Yeah, and I mean, as we say before, in anything, when technology now introduced, you see the good use cases or whatever, but you always have people in the background that will be willing to use it for bad or evil, so yes, you might see the good application for it now, but somebody will find some way to do less than ideal things at it,
Less than ideal. I love how you said it, Less than ideal. It's not, exactly what we want to do, but it's what we are doing. Alright, time for the random story. Shivam, normally we go to a random story, and we'll allow you to choose your random story today. So I'm going to just go to Google Random Stories. Google News and Technology, and whichever article you feel to stop by, we will stop by. One, shockingly, people aren't interested in paying $3,500 for Apple's overpriced VR headset. No, they're selling it on eBay now. Wow. Apple's OLED iPad Pro may come packing an M4 chip and emphasis on AI.
Just like 2 seconds, and I went to Apple Store and I saw it. It had nobody was interested in it. Everybody was just walking past it. I didn't even feel to go and put it on either. But
after they work so hard and they make you think it's the future. I don't know, we can see. I think people just got it for the 2 weeks, use it and then send it back. Because that's what they think. iOS 18 more secure, blah, blah, blah. Best Buy 3-day sale, final day, How that making the news? Blah, blah, blah. Tesla announces European Cybertruck. Oh, wait. Sorry, Shiva Martin. You see, Tesla had to recall all the Cybertrucks?
I think I saw.
We use that one. Yeah,
for the gas pedal. Let me see if I could find it for you. Cybertruck recall. Yeah. So basically, the gas pedal of the Cybertruck was getting stuck. And no, I get the wrong article there. Cybertruck recall, blah blah blah. Alright, yeah. So this is the video of it. Right. So they have the pedal of the accelerator. It have a little thing that could slide off. I don't know why it's sliding off. But it can stuck. If I driving down the highway and my accelerator gets stuck, I do not know what to do. I would pull up handbrakes. No. If you pull up handbrakes,
mash your brakes and mash brakes. It will kind of
If you mash brakes, no, the tire. Well, if it's a rear wheel drive, the rear wheel will try to push forward and the front wheel will lock. And I don't know if your brakes will engage while the accelerate. What will happen? I don't know. But I don't know want to know what will happen if you're driving a Cybertruck, which is basically a sharp elbow that go down and hit something. And you driving and your accelerator stuck and you going at 160. Imagine somebody who's get flustered real bad. do that, and they just be like, oh no, it has a mind of its own, it's driving all by itself. And that's like a, I don't know, sometimes some technologies just try to be too cute.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're too cute,
so Shivam, if you have a choice, Hilux or the Cybertruck?
Hilux, Toyota, whatever it is.
wait,
Toyota. Reliability.
Now if I big man thing, if I get a Cybertruck, I taking it.
You taking it?
Yeah, I taking it. No, for real, 100%. Because the reviews was not bad, The reviews was not bad at all. And it still has like truck capabilities, and it could actually do truck stuff. Because the thing that we'll see at the back, it actually have a tray, It's just that they just shape it. They just shape it that way and whatnot. And I think I'm okay with it. And the mileage, it going the same amount. It going the same amount as I would use for a tank of gas for the week. So one charge basically giving me a week of driving. So I wouldn't have charge anxiety now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that charge anxiety was bothering me a lot. But they're getting a lot better. And if you tell me you charge that once a week, because I go to the, well, what's yet for you, Akeem? You just use fill up on gas like once a month or something, so?
Nah, these days, once a week now. Because I'll drop and pick up.
Oh, right,
now.
yeah, the drop and pick up, right. Before that, when you're working from home,
your car, once a month.
Your car used to get vexed because the engine ain't turned on in a while. Yeah. But if I could get a week of usage, I think I'm okay. So if EVs, if a proper truck, because I'm not buying a car, I'm driving a van for too long. I can't drive a car anymore. So if I had to get EV, it had to be a van. But the only vans that they have is the Ford F-150, I think. And I think that is it. Everything else is a sedan.
Or SUV.
Yeah. An SUV thing. SUVs are for certain types of people.
I have a SUV.
Yeah, as you have things to put in the back that, I'll just stop there. I'll stop right there. No further questions. No further statements. All right, that's it for today, folks. We spoke about some heavy things today. Heavy things. Spoke about behind the pawn rings. Shivam was giving us some information. Tobago Internet, depending on one cable, as it seems so far. We don't know if the other one is active yet. And the robot we were looking at Boston Dynamics and the Tesla robot, but we also started to look at a robot dog that could shoot a flamethrower. Yes, that's what we said. All the links will be in the description of the podcast, so thank you very much, everybody, for listening. My name is Mr. Charles, Andre Charles from makeITsimpleTT. You can find me on the internet at makeITsimpleTT, doing all the things that the internet requires of us, making videos, sharing out. I don't share my life on the internet anymore, so you'll never know anything about me other than what I say on this podcast. Haha, I beat the social media system. Look at hey, I'm a co-host who he will tell you about himself and the first of his government name.
Akeem from Redbit Tech, and you could find me on most socials as well, TikTok, Instagram. That's about it for now. Yeah. And
Shivam, who was with us from the start, but he just stayed to chime in on all the different things that we were talking about. Tell them about yourself, man. Tell them about yourself.
My name is Shivam Tilakse, and I have been dubbed recently that guy who exposes everything from data breaches to Ponzi schemes to pawn rings and more. So, been dubbed that.
I was not thinking, it had that whole period last year about Ponzi schemes. I don't think we really talk about it, but yeah, that whole period was our next, oh my God.
That was on Telegram too?
Yeah, it was. They was inviting you and putting you on Telegram to converse with the Get GXL people and stuff like that. It was in Telegram.
Yeah.
Telegram.
Get GXL, it had Primordial, it had a few others. I mean, people approach me to join us, no.
The day I go on Telegram, I working for the police. That is all I'll tell you. That is the only time. I have zero desire to be on Telegram for anything.
Like some of the people try to ask me to buy crypto for them and or buy it from me to sell it over. It's like, no, I'm not doing that. The whole thing, the whole period was our next, like, yeah,
that was wild. All right, y'all. Somebody messaged me. I think his name is Papa on Instagram. Shout out to you. Glad to have you listening to the podcast. He say he listens to the podcast religiously and he looks forward to it every Wednesday. So thank you very much for your message. I think he sent me a message about something to talk about. I hope we talk about it. But if we didn't talk about it, that's okay. It's cool. Next week for sure. If I remember. Hopefully I remember. Alright, y'all. That's it. We'll see you next week. Oh, yeah. Shivam T. Luxing is at Shivam T. Luxing all over the internet. And ask him the questions because I don't have the answers.
That guy.
Yeah, he's that guy. He's that guy. Alright, y'all. Later. We'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Later.